Okay, so I've been awake since 4 o'clock this morning. I've been tossing and turning. I'm sure you guys all know I had some serious car problems the past couple days. Stuff was misfiring, and then last night I was driving to Walgreens and my starter crapped out. I went through a bad period yesterday where I was sitting in the Walgreens parking lot for about 2 hours just trying to figure out what the heck to do. You know, I called AAA, and AAA was very helpful. And then they called a tow truck, and the tow truck wasn't going to be there for about 2 hours. So for one of the first times, I decided not to listen to Dad, which Dad's advice was that I should get in the tow truck that night and tow it to Sparks Auto Place, which is closed, and that, I should leave the car there, and then hopefully the driver would be nice enough to drive me back home, which I was only like 10 minutes from home, like 20 minutes walking distance. So I made the decision last night to leave my car in the Walgreens parking lot. Thankfully, nothing happened. It was fine being left there. But I was worried about it, which meant that I barely got any sleep last night because I was so scared that something was going to happen to the car, or I was going to, get windows busted, and it was going to get broken into, and I was a mess. Woke up this morning, started walking back to Walgreens at 7:55 in the morning. Tow truck was amazing. They got there right as I was walking up. They were driving up, and I was like, that's like the best thing I could see this morning. Guy was very nice. He actually had done some work in Valpo before, so he was very nice to talk to. He was very nice, and we got the car to the auto place about 5 minutes before they officially opened, and they took a look at my car, and that's when I found out the starter was dead, which sucks. I mean, that just totally sucks, and I'm pissed. So in the past 2 days, I've spent a total of 5 hours in the waiting room of Sparks Auto Care, Complete Auto Care, and almost $700 on fixing my car. The good news is that it's running much better. I can feel it. It's running, it's definitely not misfiring, which is amazing. It took a little bit to start up, but the mechanic said that newer cars that are primarily run by computers have to go through a learning cycle, so because they unhooked the battery, and so it should be like I turned it off and on a few times. Last time I turned it on, it turned on right away, and it was great. And I'm gonna be exhausted today. I spent a lot of time last night on the phone with Mom and Cody, just crying, because I'm definitely in one of those why is this happening to me modes, because I don't understand why I don't understand why all of this had to happen at once. And I guess the nice thing, or the not so nice thing, is that I'm going to be I'm gonna be on time for work, but I'm so tired and exhausted, and I'm still coming off of being so stressed out, so it's gonna be a very, very long day for me. I'm probably not gonna get a whole lot done, to be honest. I'll do everything I can, but I don't know what to do. And then my next step is I'm going to, oh, that was cute. There's a little children's farm I just drove by. It's got like the big red barn and stuff. Illinois is really weird. Specifically this area. So right over here, I actually filmed a wedding there. That was where my first wedding by myself was. I was in this horrible little chapel. Very cute, but very hard to film in, and I didn't have any space, so that sucked. Anyway, Illinois is very weird because on the one hand you have places like Blue Island and Blue Island's a poorer area, but you know, it's definitely city. It's very city, and you know, you go, you know, 5 miles north and it's very city. The place I'm in right now, Palos Park, is pretty, like, I just drove by a place that was called Children's Farm, which is kind of funny to me. And it doesn't feel like Indiana, but it feels more green, which is really nice. Anyway, so my next step is I'm going to send an email to Sam, who is the owner of the company, and see if I can get out of driving really far distances. Not this coming weekend, but the next weekend, I'm supposed to have a wedding shoot in Wisconsin. And it's not that I wouldn't necessarily want to go on a wedding shoot in Wisconsin, but it's really far away, and just with the problems my car's been having, I'm really nervous about taking it that far away. So I think I'm gonna see if for about a month he'll let me stay like an hour away from, like, that would be the maximum distance I would have to drive, because that just, it makes me really nervous. It makes me really, really nervous to drive, you know, if I have to drive 2 hours away, and then what if my car craps out? Like, I can't do anything about that. It's just dead. Sorry, Dad, for not taking your advice last night, and I realized things could have gone horribly wrong, but thank God that the car was okay when I got there this morning, and I was definitely more prepared to handle everything this morning instead of last night. And I also saved money by not getting a taxi to go home, so that felt really good. That being said, Stephanie and Jeremy, you should always listen to Mom and Dad, because you guys are still in high school. Afterwards and after college, you can try to start making your own decisions. But listen to Mom and Dad for now, because they're pretty smart and they know what they're talking about. And I would like to argue that the decisions I could have made last night, out of all of them, none of them were good. Like, there was no right and wrong. There was just, this would be good, this would be an okay decision, or this would be an okay decision, but nothing's great. So I'm not gonna lie, driving my car right now feels really, really weird. Like, I'm so used to it just kind of shaking a little bit, and the fact that it's not makes me worry, like, if the car is actually on. So I mean, it's nice. I don't know, it feels very weird right now. Hey guys, you want to know something fun? I'm an adult. Yeah. So I didn't really get a chance to eat breakfast this morning, and I'm being a little bit bad. I told work I'd be there about 12:30, which is what I was assuming based off of what I went through yesterday, but I was done, and I could have been to work at 11:10, but I am starving, and I got coffee because I've been up since 4, and you know what, I'm going to take just a few minutes, have a little bit of food, drink some coffee, and then go into work. I don't think that's such a bad thing, considering I was getting towed at 8 o'clock this morning. Update, McDonald's chicken nuggets are absolutely disgusting. It's like the worst thing in the world. I thought it would be easier just to get chicken nuggets than to get a full sandwich, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's the last time I'm ever eating food at McDonald's. That was absolutely disgusting. I'll still get their coffee though. I do like their coffee.